Alright, hello gamers, welcome back to the show. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed, yet still interrupted host, Mukluk. And today we're back in Guild Wars. Hello everybody, hope you guys are doing okay. It's been a rough day over here at the Luck household, but I did manage to make it a few minutes late for stream. So once again, we're continuing Healing Week, where I will be trying to go easy on my voice, so I will be with you guys for an hour or so, and then get back to the family after that. I miss you guys. I really do. I miss being here for 9 hours a day instead of 1 hour a day. But, yeah, you know, sometimes it calls for it. Muck, I sent you something. You sent me something for giveaway. Ooh, thank you, Barry. Appreciate that. I will add that to the giveaway vault. That's awesome. Thank you. How's the healing? Honestly, not great. I'm doing everything they say. Taking the closest thing to a week off work on top of it, which they didn't even ask me to do. I'm on 3 different medications, but honestly, today was the worst day of the last 7. It was really bad. On top of that, my wife had had a wisdom tooth removed today. So I've been caring for her because she is heavily medicated. So, like, you know, I've been, well, I'll just be vague. I've been caring for her. Making sure she gets all her medications, because she's on like 3 different meds right now, bringing her anything she needs, stuff like that. It's funny, because there were some parts of today I couldn't talk, and she can't talk, so we were both just like, ooh, it was like 2 zombies talking. Brains. Well, funny from outside the room. Hope she's alright. She's good. Most of the stupid juice, you know, the medication that makes you really dumb, most of that is worn off. So she's back to normal, just sore. You know, just really sore. Oh, you know what? She did do something funny. You know all those videos on the internet of people that had just got their wisdom tooth taken out and then they are like acting loopy? My wife was doing one funny thing, and I recorded it, and I showed it to her when she was normal again, and she laughed, and I was like, don't worry, I'll delete it. And she's like, no, you can share it if you want. I was like, for real? So, let me tell you guys about this. So, Anna, she gets her wisdom teeth removed, right? And I'm driving home, and all of a sudden she makes this sound. And I'm like alarmed, because she's in the passenger seat, she's got gauze in her mouth, and I thought she was choking for a second. And I was like, I need to pull over and like reach in her mouth and pull this out. You know, I'm freaking out a little bit. But then I'm like, I'm watching her, and I can see she's getting air. I'm like, okay, she's not choking, but she keeps making this sound. And hang on. I'm going to play this for you guys. Okay? Near as I can figure, she had the hiccups. But it was a hiccup that I've never heard before. Sounds like a dog getting hit by a car. So she was doing that noise every 20 to 30 seconds. And again, at first, I was like, oh god, something's wrong. And I'm freaking out. But then after a few more moments, I'm like, wait, this is just a thing. She did that like every 20 to 30 seconds for like a half an hour. And I was just like, okay, all right, fine, we're doing this now. And then she woke up and she was like, did you get the receipt? And I'm like, yeah, I got the receipt. And she's like, okay. Did I say anything funny? And I was like, no, you had some funny hiccups, but you didn't really say anything funny. And she's like, okay. I see 2 of you. And I'm like, okay, well, hopefully you still find me hot, because now there's 2 of me. And I'm like, all right, get some more sleep. She nods off. 20 minutes later, she wakes up. Did you get the receipt? Chat, I am kidding you not. We replayed that entire conversation. Did you get the receipt? Did I say anything funny? I see 2 of you. We did that whole talk 3 times. Like, we did it at like 11, 11:20, and 11:40. And she's like, the 3rd time, she's like, did I say anything funny? And I was like, well, you asked me if you said anything funny 2 times before this one, so there's that. And she's like, ugh. The next time she woke up, it was like her brain was plugged back in, and she was more normal again, just like, oh my god, I'm in pain. Good thing Boy wasn't there, 3 is too much. Yeah. He's home now. He is home now. She sounded like a sneezing Yorkie. Something like that, yeah. Are you having to cook for her? No, we thank God for her. No, we did preparation. We knew that they would have her on soft foods, so yesterday, I told her, I'm like, yo, one of us should do meal prep for you, so you have something soft to eat tomorrow. And she made herself mashed sweet potatoes. So when she got hungry today, all I had to do was heat it up. So she had mashed sweet potatoes, and then later, when she wanted a snack, I brought her applesauce. We actually had applesauce stocked because of my issue, so I shared my applesauce. So she was covered for today.
Praise Joko!
Praise Joko! Mary's fun. You know, one thing that kind of bugged me is the day before, they're like, the doctor told us, you're going to need these medicines. Go ahead and fill these prescriptions because you're going to need them tomorrow when you're like, you know, in and out. And one was a antibiotic and one was something else. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. After the surgery, I am in the car with her and they give me one more piece of paper and they're like, you need to fill this prescription for painkiller. It's like the fancy painkiller. It's not just like Tylenol. And I'm like, okay, well, I've got her now. I was like, is it safe to leave her alone for a time while I go get this prescription filled? And they were like, oh, no, she could like choke on the gauze. You got to keep an eye on her. And I'm like, okay, that's what I thought. Why didn't you give me this yesterday when we got the others? And they're like, oh, well, we're not allowed to give you the prescription for painkiller until you need it. And I'm looking at her like, I'm saying without saying. You realize how stupid this is? Like, I'm guessing someone had like a drug problem or something, and so there's this rule. And so it's like, okay, well now I'm, you know, luckily, I called my family, and my mom was like half an hour away, and I was like, can I ask a favor? And she's like, of course. And so my mom actually went and picked up the prescription with my card, and then brought it back to us while I was keeping an eye on her. And it was good that I did, because I did have to swap out the gauze a few times. Oh, stupid system. It's dumb. No drive-through pharmacy in your area? The thing was, there is one. However, if I go there and then say, hey, I need this prescription filled, and like I didn't like call ahead or something, then I was going to be there for a while. And she was in the passenger seat, and you know, like I needed to get her home and lay her down. So I really didn't want to do that, but fortunately, my mom saved the day, so didn't really have to worry about it. Yeah, if it's not called in ahead of time, it's not just like drive in. It might be like come in, give them the prescription, and then you might have to wait 30 minutes to an hour. Because they don't move people to the front of the line.
Wayfinder, is this thing? Yes?
I have a medication I need on a regular. They won't give me unless I'm out of it. I need it on that specific day. Oh, you don't even get it like 2 days ahead of time or something? Painkillers are a controlled substance? Yeah. Yeah, because I called them back and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And they're like, oh, is somebody else there? And I'm like, no, it's just me. And they're like, okay, well, you can give her a bunch of she said a bunch of extra strength Tylenol to tide her over until she gets to the point where she's coherent. Then you could leave her and go get the drug that she needs. And I was like, okay, so that was my backup plan, was a bunch of extra strength Tylenol. But then, you know, I was able to reach my mom, so we didn't have to go that route. So she's on the proper stuff, supposedly. And calling them so they bring the drugs, is that not a thing? Oh, so Ephley, you can get delivery for, if you say bring the drugs, you can get delivery, but not quickly. Like, that takes a few days shipping. So I can, for example, get a prescription refill. Like one of the prescriptions for this, I got refilled once, and it was like I had 2 days left on it, and I got it refilled, and it arrived like 2 or 3 days later. But it takes time for it to get shipped to you. You could get DiGiorno. Dante says, hey, I'm new here. Can you show me why this game is any good? What's up, Dante? Welcome. Guild Wars 2? is a horizontal progression MMO. It is very quick to get to maximum level because they never raise maximum level. There's just tons and tons, there's over 10 years of stuff to do at maximum level. It is a game with very mobile combat. You do not have to hold still to cast spells, with very rare exception. You don't have a mana bar you have to juggle, stuff like that. It's just a very fluid game with a lot of content for you to do. If you're interested in it, hang on just a second here. So this is a video from a fantastic content creator called Why Play Guild Wars 2 that really sells the game, if you would like to spend a few minutes on that. And if you are interested in trying it, that is a free download link that is coming up. It has the whole base game without the expansions all the way to max level for free. What do you like to do there? What do I like to do? Depends on the day. There's PvP, there's World v World, which is large-scale PvP, there's strikes, fractals, raids, dungeons, all kinds, like open-world bosses. Like, for example, this timetable, this is an add-on I'm using. Each of these are bosses happening in the open world right now. And I could just go do any of those if I want to. What do you enjoy most? Depends on the day. Today, I'm probably going to do some strikes and raids. Do you still plan on playing Crimson Desert? I know that they have done a patch where they did a bunch of QOL things. However, I honestly just didn't have any fun. Like, okay, it's a game where you have to play Cliff, but it's a game with an almost non-existent story. So it's like, okay, why don't I have a character creator then? I have to play this guy, but he has no story? What's the point of that? Like, the writing was just, like, all over the place. Like, you start out, you die, you appear on a shoreline with no explanation of how you're alive again. Then you go sweep a lady's chimney, you save a cat on a roof, you kill a bandit, and you have to do this stuff in order. And it's just like, it makes no damn sense. And then the actual gameplay, you know, when you're fighting trash mobs, you can do anything and it doesn't matter because they're so weak. And then bosses are at the complete other end of the spectrum and one-shot you. And there's... like, the controls, I've heard they've made the controls better, but the controls when I tried it were terrible. So it's like, they're really, other than beautiful, there was not an aspect of that game that was fun. Are you on NA? Yeah, I'm on NA right now. From what I was hearing, it was another Dragon's Dogma. I knew you'd not be interested. Well, I gave it a try. I know it's the hot new thing. I kind of feel like I did when... not quite the same, because like I was going to say, I feel like I did when Silksong came out, where everybody around me loved it, but I didn't. But I did like it enough that I finished it. I cleared Silksong. But it was... I'm definitely not as passionate about it as like most people right now. The patches they've done with fixed a lot of control issues, but it's a game that gamers have a love-hate relationship. Right. And I'm not making like some video like, this is why you should hate Crimson Desert. I'm just saying I tried it. I put 5 hours into it, because I honestly felt kind of bad because like I wasn't enjoying it, and Nog was kind enough to pay $75 to gift it to me. So I put 5 hours into it, and honestly it was just like, even just moving my guy and playing felt bad. Like, you jump off a cliff, you deploy your glider, and you stop all forward momentum, and then you go down, and then you run out of stamina and fall. The glider lasts like 5 seconds, and it doesn't carry forward momentum. To continue running on the horse, you have to tap the run key repeatedly. Not hit it once, not hold it down, you have to tap it repeatedly, non-stop. And it's just like everything, literally everything that I wanted to do in that game, it was just like, ugh. So, I'm not hoping they fail. I wish them all the success, but I just did not have fun in that game. For that price point, put some effort into the story. Yeah, but again, so Co-Carnage, for example, said if you look at it like it's a Valheim, then it's a good game. And it's like, okay, Valheim doesn't have a story, but Valheim has a character creator, you know? You have freedom of how you play your character. With Cliff, it's like you have to play Cliff. It's Cliff's story, of which there is none. So it's not quite the same. I think they're doing pretty well right now. Let me look. Yeah, they're very positive right now. 81% at the moment. So, it seems like a lot of people are enjoying it. What's up? Hi, Markman. You ever try to open a chest and a mesmer drops a portal at that moment that teleports you into a wall? It's been a while, but yes. I feel like Crimson Desert is how Cyberpunk was. I don't think it's that bad. Cyberpunk at launch was an absolute buggy mess, right? Like systems were breaking all over the place, and they patched it up a lot later. So it was an absolute mess. I don't think Crimson Desert is bugged. I think it was just, for my taste, I think it was poorly designed. So it's a bit different. Cyberpunk was never a bad story from what I understand, just bug written at launch. Yeah. Yes. Another thing I saw is you can actually call in other 2 playable characters as party members to follow you. I know, okay, because in the 5 hours I played, I got to a point where I unlocked this other lady I could play, and it was so random. Because it's like you get a camp, and the guy that gives you the camp, he's like, oh, and here's my, I don't know, lieutenant. She's going to help you out if you don't mind. And Cliff doesn't say a word. He's not even like, you know? He doesn't say a word. And then it's like, new character unlocked, and you can play as her. And then so I swap over to her, and I then try to continue the story, and it immediately says, Cliff is required for this, and it puts me back on Cliff. It's just like... Okay, so they even give you another character you can play with no explanation, and at a point in the story where you can't play them. So it's like, okay. It's a big sandbox with shallow sand. There's a lot of stuff in the sandbox, but it didn't keep my interest to keep looking around. Did not. That actually reminds me. Thank you. Yeah, someone brought it up in chat, and I remembered we were talking about it. Something I wanted to talk on. My first MMO was EverQuest, chat. Now, a lot of people at this point either remember it or they've heard of it. You know, maybe they never played it, that's fine. But they at least know, like, what it was. Right? EverQuest posted something yesterday. And I was like, I have to talk about this for a minute. All right? EverQuest Legends. Build your hero, adventure your way, and forge your legend. Sign up for the beta, everquestlegends.com. And they've got a trailer here. Now, I'm going to say on the front end, EverQuest came out in, what was it, 1999? So for those of you who are modern gamers, and you weren't around back then, these graphics are going to suck. Okay? This is like looking at old school RuneScape. However, like old school RuneScape, it has a very big following. It is a game with tons of story, tons of depth. It just looks old. So, Band-Aid ripped off. Let's check this out. 1 minute trailer. Oh my god, the music. Nostalgia. A frog walk. Getting on the boat. There was no waypoints in this game. You had to ride boats and stuff. The OG Spectre model. Multi-class your legend. So, that's a Berserker, I think? I don't know what that is. And he selected Ixar, so he just changed race also. So he's a lizard man now. Classic Soul Modern Clarity. Okay, hold on. So that was Lightning Shock. That's a Wizard Blast. And then he did Round Kick, which is a monk move. So this character's a monk wizard. I think that was Inaruk. He was one of the... Oh, God. He's either the god of fear or hate. Oh, my God. This is Lord Nagathon. This was the dragon that Onyxia in WoW is a copy of. Like, the whole fight mechanics. But he's soloing it. Okay. So, there's all of that. And then, let's see, sign up for the beta, which I already did. I want to check it out. So what does it say? EverQuest Legends has been designed from the ground up to appeal to players who enjoy playing their games solo and or casually. Okay, so that is very different from original EverQuest. Original EverQuest was a teamwork game. It got to the point where, like, if you wanted to be able to do any content, there's a thing called multi-boxers was born, where like one person might be, you know, have like multiple game windows open and they would be controlling like a whole party. But you could not solo all the content in the game. It wasn't designed for that. So this is a change from their old pace. While groups up to 4 players and raids up to 8 players are available, the entire game can be played, enjoyed, and experienced solo if that's your playstyle. Okay, raids were, oh god, how many people were raids? Like, if you went to the plains and fought the gods, those were like 50 or 100 man raids or something. It was some absurd number. I remember being in a huge crowd. In keeping with this approach to the game, EQL provides players with the ability to create immensely powerful characters by, among other things, selecting up to 3 active different classes per character. What the muck? For example, you can make a rogue paladin wizard, and utilizing new ways to upgrade weapons and armor. As you level up and improve your gear in EQL, you will eventually gain the ability to take on the most difficult game content, whether alone or with a group of friends. Whether you are an existing EverQuest player, a former player, or a new player who has never experienced the world of Norath, EverQuest Legends offers the opportunity to enjoy everything classic EQ has to offer, plus a lot more. At launch, EQL will feature the continent of Antonica, pre-Kunark, and all the EverQuest playable races, including Ixar, Froglux, and Karen. Okay, so they say pre-Kunark, but I guess they're only talking about the land, because like those playable races, Ixar, Froglux, and Karen, all came out after the Kunark expansion. All featured in the original EverQuest art style, including the classic graphics, zones, spell effects, loot, and music, plus more than a few new surprises. Experience classic EverQuest. EverQuest Legends features all the magic and nostalgia of classic EQ, including the original art style, graphic zones, spell effects, loot, and music. Enjoy the game as it hasn't been seen, heard, or experienced in over 20 years. So quick pause there. EverQuest is still alive and kicking. I think it has like 30 expansions or something like that at this point. Obviously, its player base is smaller than it was at its peak, but it's still going. And they're still able to pay all their staff and crank out new expansions, unlike Epic Gaming. Too soon. So this is... I don't know if this is like a different team at Daybreak is doing this, or if it... Well, yeah, it's on the Daybreak page, so I guess it is. Or if this was like a fan thing. But... it's interesting. So because they've done classic servers, but this is more than that. This is like a classic server, but then it still has all the races and classes unlocked, but then also this multi-class thing. EQL features tons of modern game features, including a streamlined user interface, upgraded spell and ability management, and countless other quality of life enhancements. Forge Your Legend. EQL allows players to create unique characters by selecting up to 3 classes at a time, with all of the benefits, stats, spells, and abilities that come with each class. You can also upgrade your gear up to plus 10. Oh, like Black Desert Online? And swap and combine different focus, click, and proc effects on your gear. With 15 available races and 560 possible class combinations, the possibilities for forging the ultimate character are virtually endless. Adventure your way. With the additional power provided to player characters and the many benefits of a modernized gaming experience, EQL makes it possible for players to progress through the game at their own pace and to forge their own adventures, whether alone or with friends. While small groups up to 4 players and raids up to 8 are possible, even a solo player can build a character strong enough to take on the toughest challenges and acquire the most epic gear in the game. Okay, so in the trailer, we saw that little frog guy fighting this dragon. This dragon was a raid. This dragon, this was a Lady Onyxia of EverQuest. This is Lord Nagathon. And I don't remember how many people it was, because he was at the end of a dungeon. And the thing is dungeons were not instanced at that time. So you might have like 50 people in the dungeon, but 30 of them were working on fighting this dragon in the final room, and the others were just minding their own business. I don't know if you could go all the way, because like it showed, I think this is Inaruk. I'm pretty sure this is Inaruk. This is one of the gods in the game. He was either the god of fear or hate or something like that. And Interruck was like a 40 or 50 man raid or more than that. So I don't know. You can't really tell if he's soloing this, but that's pretty crazy. I'm trying to think, like, if you could combine 3 classes, like some of them is just like if you combined a shaman and an enchanter and a bard, you'd have the ultimate buff bot, and every group would want you if possible. But then it's like, okay, if you want to make the ultimate tank, what would that be? Like Warrior Paladin Shadow Knight, something like that? If you combine 2 pet classes, do you get 2 pets? Like if you combine Beast Lord and Necromancer? I have no idea. But very, very interesting. Also, classic EverQuest was quite slow paced. Like if you ran out of mana, your character, you regen mana slowly while standing, but faster while sitting. So it was very common for casters to just fire off the spells they needed to finish a fight and then sit down while the enemy like would bleed to death, because that way they'd start getting their mana back. It was something that they did at that time because, you know, there was no Discord and things like that. So the game was very social. So, you know, during downtime, you'd be talking with other people and things like that. Something that doesn't carry over to today in, you know, current year very well. So I'm curious how that's going to go. Because, like, one, they could make it to where downtime is non-existent, kind of like in Guild Wars 2. When you leave combat, you instantly snap to full health. But then there's also the multi-class thing, you know? Like, a shaman can cast regeneration. An enchanter can cast clarity, which gives you crazy mana regen. So you could just have one of your multi-class options be something with fast recovery, and then that allows you to play the game much more rapidly. I don't know. There's a few ways they could do it, but this is something that's definitely up my alley. I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on this and trying it out, especially if you can go through it solo or with other people. Looking at this, okay, hold on. It's been a few decades. Bard, Beast Lord, Berserker, Paladin, I think. I don't know. That's Magician and Wizard, I think. Ranger, Thief, Necromancer, Shadow Knight. Okay, if that wasn't Paladin, that's Paladin. Druid and Shaman should be in here somewhere, but I don't know where they are. These icons are different. These icons are not the same as I remember them. That might be Druid. It looks kind of green. And then over here on races, like, again, Ixar and Froglock and the Vashir, which are the cat people. Those were all added, like, later on. Yo, Laura, thank you for the raid. Appreciate that. But yeah, that's very interesting. So yeah, this is right up my alley. I don't know how well it will translate to modern audience. And when I say modern audience, I mean, like, if I were to play this on Twitch, would I get viewers? That's what I mean. I'm not talking about the modern audience. So yeah, this is really cool. I did already apply for the beta. If I get in and they let you stream it, I will definitely try it out on stream and see how it goes. But very interesting, very interesting. I am skeptical because there was a project they were doing once called EverQuest Next, and they crashed and burned it. So they've already failed at doing something like this once, but that was many years ago. So I am skeptical, but intrigued. All right. There we go. That is it. That is it. Did it? Dude, my alerts page is not working. Why did it not play that alert? Hang on. Replay alert. Yeah, I don't have... You pause them? No, I tried to pause them, and I'm realizing it never paused. Like... Look, pause. And it's not changing. Replay Laura raid. It's not working. I think Stream Elements is just being stupid right now. I'm not sure what's going on. Laura, did your alerts work today? I don't know what's going on. The chat showed it pause. The chat thing is for the patron noises. That's a separate system. Bram! I don't even care. See, that's the patron thing. Let's see. What do you think about a player that frequently parks a cat chair or novelty right on a bank TP, etc. that Guild Wars 2 players wish to access, ergo blocking, restricting, annoying access? Do you really need me to tell you that that's annoying? Yeah, I think that's annoying. Laura's worked until someone broke it with gifted subs. Maybe that's what happened. Someone gifted me a sub when I wasn't looking. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see. I would like to do IBS 5, and by then it should be after 8, and then we can take a look at the daily raids real quick. If anyone's interested, I'm on NA. And here is a squad, and we'll see what we get. I would like to do a lack healer. We'll see if I can. Muck, during your heal time, do you think you might play PvP before the balance nerf? Like, I don't know if I'll play PvP ever again. Honestly. The last time I spent a day doing PvP, on 4 separate occasions that day, 4 occasions, I had people play just like, oh, Muck's here, and then they just hunted me down the entire game. One of them then, like, in-game was messaging me like, haha, I killed you, and I just blocked him. Then he came into my Twitch chat and did it. Then he made a YouTube short on him killing me, and then linked me the video. And honestly, I'm kind of just done. Like, I could make, like, another account to avoid that, and that would work for a time. But it's just like, it's so many times in PvP or World v World, people will just like hyper-focus me. Or in World v World, they'll use my map to help their team to their advantage, right? And it just like, it honestly, it really makes me, as a streamer, dislike playing PvP games where other people might just like join the stream and watch my screen. Because it's not fun. Like, recently we started playing Halo, which is 20 years old, and that was way more fun. Trolls come and go. Yeah, they do, but I've been dealing with them on and off for 7 years, and I think I'm about broken. I lack healer, so Luminary? Luminary. Getting those nerfs soon. Getting those nerfs soon. Why start now? Well, I can do IBS 5 while waiting on the reset, and then the other stuff I can do after the reset, and then I'll have to head out. Let's see. All right, we got a few people here. What do we got? We got 5 out of 10. Can do quick DPS. All right, Koopas, you can pair up with me. Is there a way to delay your stream from real time? There is, but I would rather play a non-PvP game and be able to talk to you in real time than I would prefer, like, I would rather have that than play a PvP game with a delay. So, yes, it is an option. Avatar says quick TV. Okay, so we need one more Alak healer, preferably. I've been avoiding these. I'm gonna get one of the heavy-duty cough drops. I don't know if it's because I had to like talk to Anna throughout the day and her doctor this morning, but my voice is worse than it has been for like the last week. It's just, I'm so tired of it. Age of Wonders, Muck, do you recommend it? Yes. Now, I can't promise that you'll like it. I don't know if you like the same kind of games I like, but I love Age of Wonders 4. I did a positive review video on it. There is an Is It Worth It video on it. And I've played all their DLCs except the most recent one. It's on my to-do list. It's fantastic. All right. Let's see. Raids. Raid experienced. IBS 5, then checking daily raids after reset. Alright, let's see what we get. Here's my idea. Is Age of Wonders 4 worth it if I already have Age of Wonders 3? That I can't say because I never played Age of Wonders 3. But they did just come out with a new DLC for Age of Wonders 4 that has a nomadic civilization. They can literally yoink resources out of the ground and then like leave with them, which is not something that they've ever added to the game, and I'm looking forward to trying it. Mike, what are you planning on playing after you quit Crimson Desert? We played Halo 1 and 2. So I could use a lack heal for group 3. Possible. So could pick back up with the retro games and do Halo 3 and onward. Like I said, Age of Wonders 4 has a new DLC. Could do that at some point. I believe The Last Spell got its final DLC recently. We could do that. We're near the end of Timberborn, so I need to finish that up. But everything kind of got paused when my voice went out. Okay, so Oleander said that. All right, so we got room for 2 more anything, chat. Do you miss Anka? Anka. No, I think she served her purpose. Am I still in the group finder? Yes. Yes, we are. I'm watching your Halo playthrough on YouTube. Nice. Yo, Halo 2? Terrible ending. Made me mad. I'm glad I wasn't a fan when it came out the first time. I would have been furious. Have you played Arc Raiders? It's an extraction looter shooter. Not really my jam. I don't hate it, but I'm certainly not passionate about it, and I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have a lot of viewers for that. Just the audience I've cultivated, not really into that. I have watched Co-Carnage play it quite a bit, so I'm familiar with it. It's just not my thing. Muck, which one do you plan to play next? 3, ODST, or Reach?
Commander.
I don't know. Halo fans, which one? Halo fans, I played 1 and 2. What am I supposed to play next?
Give me that. You stay put.
American games are never just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's always just like a whole bunch of random. Yeah, it's like 1, 2, 5, 7, Vista. A few people saying 3 then ODST, and a few other people saying the exact opposite. One, 2 ODST, 3 Reach. Yeah, when I first installed Halo, I googled. I was like, "What's the chronological order?" And it said Reach was first. So I went to play Reach first, and then chat was like, "No, no," and I'm like, "Okay." So it's as an outsider, it is confusing. Like, why would I not play Episode 1 first, or Episode 0? Dude, I'm still in combat. I can like barely move right now. Did you ever dabble into Grand Strategy? Crusader Kings, Stellaris, Hearts of Iron, Europa, Universalis?
I should be there.
I don't think so. Does Total War or Heroes of Might and Magic count? I don't know if those are Grand Strategy, but I've played a lot of that. HOMM is 4x at least? Okay. Yeah, I think when Heroes of Might and Magic 4 came out, I got into it, and I played, I think, 4, 5, 6. Loved the Necromancy faction, chat. Nice. Easy peasy.
Sounds like
Oh, that was a raid bounty today. Well, that was
But
easy.
no change in the storm. If
With
someone's
5 minutes to
responsible,
spare.
it wasn't that thing.
Fallen Enchantress. You know what? Hold on a second. I remember that. I did get Fallen Enchantress, and I played it for 51 hours, and it kept bugging out. I don't remember how. It's been too long, but I remember I kept, like, my save files were getting corrupted and stuff like that, and I was never able to finish it. So, I can't tell you what was wrong with it. It's been too long, but I remember it would not let me play the game like to the end, and I got frustrated and quit. But I had fun for 50 hours. Have you played Shadows of Mordor? That was the Nemesis system game, right? Yeah. Yeah, it was fine. It was really easy. It was the kind of game where if you just keep spamming the dodge button, the enemy cannot hit you, so there was like no challenge at all. But it was fun for a while. Like, I finished the story and then I put it down, but I didn't do like anything beyond that. That other bear with the hammer really does not care that we're hitting his wife.
Guide the arrows, my claw.
My voice. We dream together.
We are dragging out the hard mode today, aren't we? Glad I'm on my druid. Goodness. Wait, that's not correct. Wait, why is this not showing barrier? Oh, there we go. Now we're showing barrier. Boop, boop. Okay. Frayer. Andros, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate you. Welcome. What do you recommend to a player that is returning to the game after a 3-year break? I'm going to recommend to you the same thing that I did when I came back after a 5-year break. I am going to say work on catching up on the story, because parts of it are pretty good, and the rewards are decent, and opening up the world map. If you need another project, there is a set of legendary gloves called Acacia. I have a guide on it if you need it, that are currently the easiest legendary in the game to get. You could make that a goal. And there's a link to legendary guides if you need it. Muk, how you doing, bud? Surviving, Rue. Surviving.
No, it's not nice. But it's legal.
Dream with me.
Ah, you're kidding, right?
It's time to sleep beneath the stars.
Every time he goes, it's time, I'm thinking, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Muk, can you get any good deals on Steam Spring sales?
Kidding, right?
What did Charmon give you?
I give up.
Hang on. I think Charmon and Seth both sent me stuff. Final Fantasy XII, The Zodiac Age. I'm not committing to it, but I'll take a look. Ad Infinitum, which is apparently a spooky game for later. And Halo Wars. This one is probably possibly Charmon. I will say, I do like RTSs. You guys have seen me play a lot of RTS games. There's a chance I might love Halo Wars. I don't know. It depends if it's just, you know, a good RTS. Been watching your videos for many years. Glad you're still playing. What's up, Gabriel? Yeah, I've cut back a little bit. For a few years I was playing Guild Wars 2 every single day for you know, years. Now I do Guild Wars. I usually focus on it heavily, like 1 day a week now, and do other content on the other days. This is just kind of an unusual week. But Guild Wars 2 is still where we've got the largest community. Why are you using a cough drop? You're supposed to be healing. Why aren't you healing? I'm using a cough drop because it hurts. Dude, I don't know. Doctor has me on 3 different medications for whatever's going on in my voice. I'm on all of them. I'm eating all the non-delicious foods and drinks. I am doing everything that they're saying to do. But if I'm healing, it hasn't healed yet. So cough drops and ibuprofen are just for pain management. Alright, looks like everyone's here. I hear pudding is the best medicine. No dairy is one of the things. Have you tried turning it off and on again? I don't own shock paddles. Jello. I do have some Jello. My wife made a big tub of it the other day. Yeah, I've got basically Jello, applesauce. I've got crackers. Sometimes I'll just get a piece of toast. But yeah, I've got a very bland diet right now. Because one of their theories is, you know, obviously some stuff just hurts because like my throat is missing a layer of skin right now. So like if I drink a soda, it just burns. Other things, it's because they think I might have acid reflux. And if that's the case, they don't want to upset it because then acid comes up and that's what's doing it. But that's, honestly, at this point, I'm starting to like trust their diagnosis less. Just because it's been multiple doctor visits and nothing's improved. Honestly, chat, I don't know, is this a hot take? If you go to the doctor and you spend thousands of dollars on multiple visits and they don't fix you, my hot take is that you should get some of that money back. Because they did not render the services you paid for. I paid for Fix Me. And they did not fix me. It's not the doctor's fault. I spent money and did not get what I was spending it on. Search and rescue, I got him. And I said some money, not all of it. Like I have a legit theory. Hit me. How many hours do you stay seated? A lot. A lot. Like if I'm not running around with my son, I'm usually sitting down. Sitting down is my favorite place to be. Might be related to that. How... You got my attention. How would me sitting down too much break my voice? Search and rescue. Had a few hairy moments there. I got to do some saves.
You're kidding, right?
Have you considered insuring your voice? Oh man. I don't know if I could afford the insurance. Okay. Bones gonna... Dim Bones, Dim Bones. Where's he at? There he is. Have you considered not living in the US? If I could magically snap... Honestly, where would I go? We've had this discussion before. If I could magically snap my fingers and move somewhere else, one, they need to have a very good internet access. That's all I need. On top of that, I mean, yeah, some place with better healthcare or a better education system for the boy. That's how you get my vote. Is healthcare or education. So, some place with one of those. Come to Canada, they take 60% of your salary for healthcare. I mean, most of my salary is getting taken for healthcare right now, except they're not fixing me. They're taking my money, they just ain't fixing me. Staying seated for too many hours per day can contribute to throat issues, primarily through poor posture and increased risk of acid reflux, is my theory. I would want to read some science on that, but I hear you.
Very.
You're kidding, right?
Look at these people stepping left, these absolute champions. They can't CC though. Unfortunate. There's this one guy that just keeps running away. I'm not really sure what his deal is. Wait, is he actually doing the lamps? He might be lighting the torches. Did Glyph of the Stars just to make sure that guy gets up. Oh, I teased my stun right there. I was animation locked for 1 second when he leaped back, so I got stunned. We're good though. Didn't even have to swap to the emergency healing weapon. Never got pushed hard enough that I had to. Okay. Sweet. Alright, what are the raid bounties? Sabir, Matthias, Voice and Claw of the Fallen, Kadim. Mutt Kadim, not doing that. Squad. Daily reset just happened. And the bears are the raid bounty now. So, back to the bears. Monk, how long are you streaming tonight? Not much longer. Because of the voice is one of the thing, and the the healing week that we said we were doing. And the other thing is my wife had wisdom teeth removed today, and I have been caring for her through the day. And I need to go back. Once we wrap up here, I'm going to need to bring her her next dose of medication and stuff like that.
You're young to be so confident.
Wishing healing vibes. She's doing good. She's chilling on the sofa, like right over there. I'm going to use the pirate voice thing. It broke, and I don't know what broke on it. It's like stupid now.
Listen to this stupid thing.
I have no idea why it's doing that. It's just a fax machine all of a sudden.
All will be preserved, dreamer.
Hope your wife feels better. Me too. So far she good. I think she just needs time. Is it on slow playback speed? Is that even an option? Maybe that's an option, and I didn't know it was an option, and I gotta find that.
use my claw.
Stability.
My voice. We dream together.
Huh, you're kidding me, right?
Easy. Okay. I think the next easiest one would probably be Matthias. Well, I'll take the group there, and we'll see if they how they feel about it. What wing is he in? There he is. Monk, you ever heard of hiatal hernia? I'd have to Google that. I've heard of people say, I've got a hernia, so I know what that is, but not the thing you said.
This doesn't look good.
Hiatal. Did you just heal through Claw's quarter waves? Yes.
You just made an enemy.
Yeah. Easiest way to handle that if the group is going to do what they did is to not run around. Just stand in one of them and then the other three never hit you. And then just heal.
You're dead.
Ooh, we lost a quick DPS. If anybody in the chats would like to join us and get a daily raid encounter done. So we got room for one. Maybe your throat is protesting the way you treated it as a... Oh my god. If we have to start doing proper mechanics instead of healing or DPSing after the great nerfing, will you have to redo your guides? Case by case basis. There's only a few bosses where the community currently skips mechanics. Gorseable, and I made the guide before they started skipping it, so it's accurate right now. Bone Skinner. I would have to redo the Bone Skinner one. If you have to actually light the torches. Or just pin a comment under the video. The thing with being a YouTuber that's rough is like, if you make a guide on Bone Skinner, and then later you make a new updated guide, the algorithm will still be promoting the old video. So sometimes you can actually get more eyes on the new information by just pinning a comment under the old video. Never done this. At Pale Osteria. If you get a debuff with a special action key, run to an open wall, hit button, drops a puddle. If you get debuff without special action key, run to a clean fountain. They have markers to cleanse it. Rest of it is pretty much red areas are bad. Do we have a reflect for that one mechanic? Anyone? We have to reflect his shots back at himself when he gets a bubble around him. Do you have any mesmers? We do not have feedback. We have a guardian. Barrier is block, not reflect. Not that. Okay. That will work. Okay.
Elements, I command you to bend
Yo,
to
whoa!
my
Oh my god, the alerts are still broken. Illusionist Zarin, $60. Thank you so much, dude. Hugely appreciate that. Thank you. I'm sorry my alerts are not working. CC me. Mind control.
He will not be pleased.
Illusion is Zarin, you legend. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, kid. Thank you. Huge appreciate that. That's his reflect thing. Something went wrong. Okay, we're gonna have to reflect him again. Remember, do not use projectile blocks. I'm about to get... You're gonna have to CC me again.
Sacrifice will bring him life.
CC me. Don't use proj blocks. Only reflect.
He will
Oh.
not be pleased.
Oh. You killed me. That's not GG. So, Guardian, when you use Wall of Reflect, put it right on top of the boss in the future. And to everyone, if a friendly is CC'd, if a friendly is mind controlled, CC them. Don't kill them.
I am the Scythe, the bringer of salvation.
Maybe the throat is payback for all the children Muck has sacrificed through so many different games. The real journey was all the kids we sent to the mines along the way. Okay. Ready to check? I think this group can do this. There's a few people here that don't know the fight. It's nothing too complex.
Elements, I command you to
Okay,
bend
that's
to
the
my
reflect
will.
thing. He's already done the wall. We're gonna need another one. Alright, I'm gonna need... Oh, this is corrupt. I gotta go to a fountain.
Your sacrifice will
CC.
bring him life.
CC.
He will not be
Okay,
pleased.
now we gotta keep reflecting. Whenever he's in this big bubble, we gotta spam reflex. Unfortunately, I think our group has one. Okay, there we go. It broke. We can hit him. Yeah, as a ranger, I think Axe 5 channel might be my only reflect. I don't have much there. I got blocks, yeah, but not reflect. Okay, we're gonna
Your
CC him.
sacrifice
CC.
surges through me.
CC.
Elements are in my grasp. He will not
Beautiful.
be pleased.
Okay. I gotta go drop a puddle. That guy's pretty banged up. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to... Crap. I can search and rescue him out. He is trying to do the mechanic, but he's taking a long time to do it. I'm just gonna glyph of the stars him in the corner. CC the teammate.
He will not be pleased.
Okay. We got a puddle in the middle of the room. Get out of the puddle. Someone messed up. But it's okay. This is not a wipe. I can search and rescue him. This reminds me of back when I was doing that Let Me Solo Heal series. Like this is really hairy. CC me. Okay. I can allies aid res this one. Red circles are bad. Search and rescue. I'm corrupted. Where's a clean fountain? I don't see. Okay, there's one.
Your sacrifice will bring him life.
CC the player.
He will not be pleased. Yeah.
Okay. Final phase. Split up and go boom. Okay, get back together. Search and rescue. I got one. Oh, that leap was beautiful. I was just getting worried about them, and then they just flipped across the room and made the basket. Alright, there's the reflect thing we gotta do. I'm gonna glyph of the stars the guy that's in the puddle. I can search and rescue one of the down states. We might lose the other one though. I think Chicken Barrier might have just saved me there because I was stunned next to another player and we blew up on each other. %. We've almost got it. %. We need to reflect him again. Reflect for the win. There we go. Slash squad, GG. Rough, but we got it.
I need your help.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Have to take my leave here, but that was fun. Thanks all. Cool. This group could probably do Sabir as well of the daily raid bounties, except I just would have to explain the fight and all, and that would inflate the time, and I can't stay that long. Got a lot of mileage out of your res skills. Yeah, there was a lot of issues there. We were able to. There was another person, I think it might have been the Scourge, that was helping res through the throughout the fight as well. But there was only one time I didn't have enough res skills because I basically got 3, and they're each on a 1-minute cooldown. But there was a moment where 2 people were down on opposite sides of the room, and I only had 1 skill that was available, so I just was able to get the closer one. Rangers only reflect as I spot. Yeah. Yeah, I think Rangers only reflect is channeling Axe 5. Like, this is a block, for example, but you need to reflect. Like, block just stops projectiles, reflects send them back at the guy. And you need to reflect to get him to break his own shield whenever he puts the shield up. Guardian and Mesmer are, I think, the most reliable people for that. There might be some others, but Ranger doesn't have a great reflect that's snappy, but we have multiple projectile blocks that are on easy access. Is Chip there? Yes. He's actually indecent. He's cleaning his bits right now, but yes, he's here. He says hello. No response. He is here, though. Berserker's Shattering Blow. I don't know. That's my honest answer. I do not know. He's cleaning his ectos. I don't want to call him that. Okay. It's... way too short, unfortunately. Yeah. I would say Firebrand, Wall of Reflection has issues, IMO. Yeah, the Firebrand Gold Bubble, that one is easy. But the base Guardian Wall of Reflection, that one, the hitbox is smaller. So the positioning is stricter. Like, its positioning is like this thing. But this is a block. Alright. Awesome. Well, that was fun. And I got some more footage for the future Chicken Druid video. Cool. With that, chat, my voice is being dumb again, and I gotta go care for Lady Luck, make sure she's doing okay with her surgery today. So I have got to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, especially on these shorter stream days. I really appreciate it. I miss you guys. I look forward to being able to hang out with you guys for extended time again as soon as that day comes. For now, be sure to hit the follow button if you're on Twitch, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Here's links to my 2 YouTube channels in the chat, and a very special thank you to those patrons. They keep this channel alive. Couldn't do this without them, and there's a link to that in the chat if you're interested. With that, I will raid someone else in the Guild Wars 2 category, just to keep supporting the community. Let me see who is live. Hellmasker is live. I don't really know Hellmasker. I've seen him around. I'm gonna try him out. I'll give him a raid. He's doing, actually, I think he's doing Matthias right now. So I will see you guys over there. You guys have a great one, and I plan to be back tomorrow night. See ya.
3 years of showtime. Yo, Muck with a monster